How's it going, everybody? Welcome to another episode of the Cory Cast. This episode is with my friend Chris Zajas, also known as PappyTV, not to be confused with Pappy Druid. That's an entirely separate show. Chris likes to stream all sorts of video games on his Twitch channel, and we got a chance to kind of talk about his process and how he does things and what kind of inspired him to make the channel. It was good connecting with Chris because I haven't talked to him in a hot minute. And we also got to talk a little bit of Dungeons and Dragons, and you know, me's like some D&D. So, here's my friend, PappyTV. PappyTV, join in the podcast.
It's me, baby, the one and only.
Okay, so I know the story of your name, PappyTV.
Yep.
But retell me the story again.
So, not a lot of people know this. I believe it was only a local thing, but when I was younger, when you were younger too, you're about my age. There was a PBS show called Pappyland, or right? Yeah, that's what it was. It's been a long time. Sorry, but yeah, I used to watch it as a kid, and it was about this older guy, and it was a kids show basically, and pretty much he would like just draw stuff all the time on the show, and it came time to like, oh, I need a name. I'm a goofy guy. Pappy sounds like a goofy name, so it kind of just fits. You know what I mean?
Yeah, just an old dude.
I'm just an old dude. Plus, I'm older than all of my friends now, so like it kind of works out because they make fun of me for being a grandpa. So
really, so they call you. Here you go. Here's a picture of him.
There it is.
Dude, right. The show was so much fun, and I remember this show like capturing my attention anytime it was on. Here we go. Oh, Pappyland.
Pappyland.
There it is, dude. Yeah, and that's so I put in the calendar today that I was doing the podcast with PappyTV.
Yeah.
And my wife goes, Pappy, like the TV show? Pappy,
dude,
Pappy
yeah.
And I go, that's exactly what it is. And then she started watching a YouTube episode of Pappy Druid.
Dude, I get so excited when people get the reference to my name. Because not a lot of people do, because like I said, it was a local thing. So like
was it local?
It was, yeah.
Really?
Actually, I had a friend who was like a distant relative to him.
What?
Yeah, I can't remember who it was, but I remember back in the day, someone was like, "Oh yeah, it's like my grandpa's cousin or something."
You think he's still alive right now?
He is, and he has a TikTok.
What?
I've seen him. My brother has sent me TikToks of him like signing autographs, and like they're doing contests with his like get his autograph. It's so
he's
weird.
Gotta be so old
to be. Well, he wasn't actually old in the show back when it was on the air. It was like a gray
really
wig.
My world upside down.
I
Chris.
know. Yeah. I think he was only like 40 when the show. He's old now. He's probably in his 60s or 70s now. But yeah, I think he was only in his like 40s or something.
Oh my!
When the show was on the air.
That's amazing. So that was why, just because you really liked the show, that was it?
Yeah, I liked the show. It was a funny name, and it just kind of stuck. Now, like I have people in real life, they just call me. They never call me Chris. They always everyone calls me Pappy. Like only like my family and my fiance call me Chris. Everybody else calls me Pappy.
It's like your friends that play video games with you. Nobody calls me Cory. It's always Frothy.
Yeah, isn't it
same
weird?
Shit.
Yeah,
it's the same thing. You kind of take on their name, an alias.
Mm-hmm. Like,
do you draw too?
I don't. Hell no, I can't draw to save my life.
Oh, dude. So you're a fake Pappy.
I'm a poser, dude.
That's funny, dude. No, that is really everybody. It's so funny because everybody gets their gamer tags and their online names so much differently. Mm-hmm. So it's funny that you're just like, I really liked PappyTV. So that it's Pappy now, PappyTV now.
Wait, so how did you come up with yours? Yours is frothy, right? How'd that
Yeah,
come?
so it's you ever like when you go to a friend's house and you guys are staying up really late and everybody's tired and anything that anybody says is hilarious.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
It's just silly. So I remember playing I think it was Gears of War with John Hess, Mike, and Eric.
Okay.
And John was going on this long rant about before I go to bed, my dad has to put milk in the microwave, warm it up, and froth the milk just right, or I don't go to bed, and then
Okay.
tuck me in. And then they just started calling me Frothy after that. It was like almost like they were trying to pick on me, but I was like, screw it. I like that name. It's Frothy Lawson now.
I love it, man. Like nicknames and like gamer tags and handles and stuff. They always have like the best backstories, but also the worst backstories at the same time.
Yeah, you would think that would be like the best story, but really we were just really tired, and it was like 2 a.m.
Yeah,
silly. That's so funny. So do you have like a schedule when you put stuff out? Do you say I do something every week, or
so when it comes to streaming, yes. When I stream 3 days a week, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Usually around like, I try to do it earlier in the day, so I'll stream at like 11 a.m. and go until maybe 3 or 4 p.m. Something along those lines. So I stream maybe around 15 hours a week. But I also want to spend time on other social media like YouTube and stuff like that. So that's why I don't stream every single day. It's because I just don't have the time to do all of that and like make a YouTube video and like.
Right. So when you're doing a live stream, I see lately you've been playing Mario 64, right?
Yeah, I've been speedrunning it. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So explain to the people listening, what does it speedrunning mean?
So for those who don't know, speedrunning is pretty much what it sounds like. You're beating the game as fast as possible within a certain category. Like the category that I've been running is 70 star. So you get 70 stars as fast as you can, beat the game, and there's a leaderboard online, and you just try to compete globally. And like, no matter what game is out, every single game has a leaderboard for speedrunning too.
Really?
Even like weird ones that like people don't play. Yeah.
Interesting. What is the website in case somebody wants to dive deep?
It's speedrun.com. Super easy. But yeah, it's so every easy. Single video game that has ever been made. I promise you there's at least like one person that has a time on that website.
How do they moderate that? Is that like the honest system?
They have moderators for each game. There's it depends on how big the game is. Like Super Mario 64 is probably one of the top 5 games being speedrun like all the time.
What do you think is the top 5? Mario 64, what else?
Probably Super Mario 64, maybe Super Mario Odyssey is probably up there. A lot of Nintendo games are probably up top. Like Zelda Ocarina of Time is probably up there as well. Yeah, those are like the 3 that come to mind that I think most people have dabbled in.
Gotcha. Sorry, I didn't mean to derail you on that. I was just
You're good. No.
I was very curious. I didn't know. I didn't even know that was a thing in video games. I didn't even know that was
a super niche thing. Yeah, super niche thing.
Yeah, that is interesting because I didn't even know that world existed. Well, I knew people did speedruns, but I didn't think there was a community devoted to it with leaderboards and stuff like that.
Oh yeah, man. They take
Why Mario 64?
I don't know, man. There's something about the game that it's got to be nostalgia, right? It's just people grew up playing it and fell in love with it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it makes me Mario 64 makes me like I can smell my basement when I was younger. You know what I mean? Like I still remember popping that in and Paper Mario. Paper Mario was my jam.
That was a banger game.
Dude, that was so much fun. So when you are doing Mario speedrun, how do you place on the leaderboards? Are you pretty good or do you got a long shot?
I'm bad.
Dude, it's hard to compare when there's some people who probably only do that over and over and over again.
Dude, there's people, I think the world record for 70 stars is 47 minutes or 48 minutes or something like that. It's insane. Like in comparison, my time right now is an hour and 8 minutes. And that's like not a great time. It's like maybe a little below average. Like somewhere close.
An hour and 8 minutes? Is that what you said?
Yeah. That's how fast.
You could beat Mario 64 in an hour and 8 minutes.
I could, in that category, yeah. I can beat it in 20 minutes.
What the fuck? That's crazy. I didn't know that was possible.
Yeah, dude. There's another category, 16 star. The world record for that is 14 minutes, I think.
Interesting. So there's some people think you just you plug your gaming system into the computer and boom, you can stream. But how complicated is that system? Because are you playing on a legit N64 or are you playing on an emulator?
I'm not. No, I play on emulator.
Okay.
So gotcha. I haven't really finagled. If I keep doing it, I'll eventually get an N64. But right now they're super expensive, man.
That's like $100, right?
If not more. Yeah. I went to local GameStop or not GameStop. A local games. Yeah. I went to out in Manlius. They were having like a liquidation sale. They were closing that store. So I was like, hey, might as well go there, see if they got an N64. I asked the owner because I didn't see any. And he was like, yeah, dude, they were like really hard to come by. Everybody's buying them. And he said, like, my only chance is to go on eBay and like pay for it super overpriced.
Yeah. Somebody, there's some sweaty dude in his basement that's charging you $300 for an N64.
Yeah, it's crazy.
He probably farted in the cartridge thing. He didn't even you're gonna pay $300 for his fart N64, dude.
Yeah, dude, you get paint eye when you try to blow the dust out of it.
That's so funny. So are you like adamant and focused on just trying to beat your time on Mario 64?
Yeah, man, it's super fun. I've been loving it, man. I like it's so rewarding and frustrating at the same time because like I'm in this lull where like I haven't beaten my best time in like 2 weeks or something. And it's kind of frustrating when that happens. But then when you beat your personal best by like a minute or something, it's like gambling, dude. It's like you just want to keep going and going and going.
Yeah, you're like, one more, baby. 1 more hour and 8 minutes. Let's send it.
Yeah.
What would you say are your top 5 video games of all time?
Okay, well, I have the Hyrule Crest tattooed on me. So if I didn't say Zelda, I would be a poser. So I have to
Zelda though?
Majora's Mask.
Okay, yeah.
I like that way better than
I would have been mad if you said anything other than that.
Yeah. A Skyward Sword is my favorite one.
This interview is over.
Man, I'll see you later, dude. Dude, 5 top games of all time.
That's such a hard question.
It's like, what are your favorite bands, or like, what's your favorite movies?
Yeah.
Right.
They're all so special.
It depends on the mood I'm in, I guess. I don't know. Halo has to be up there. Like Halo 3, I think I had some of the best memories, like gaming with my friends.
Halo 3?
Halo 3, yeah. With the Forge maps.
When you could kill somebody and you could hear there was like 5 seconds or 6 seconds of audio right after you kill them. Most gratifying thing ever. You'd kill somebody and be like a little kid going, no!
Was that in that game?
Yeah, was it Halo 3?
I think so. I don't know, maybe. I don't remember. It's been a long time since I played.
It's been a super long time. Maybe I just lied and made that up in my head then.
Uh-oh, dude. You don't want to see the comments.
I don't want to see the comments.
Comment section.
Everybody, what an idiot, dude. That was Halo 2, you stupid dumb idiot.
You freaking Dumbo.
When you put up videos, do you get a lot of shitty ass comments from people?
My YouTube channel's still growing, so it doesn't happen too often, but when it does, I just delete them. Like I don't entertain it at all. I just delete the comments.
Just like, see ya. Don't need that negativity.
I do get a lot of trolls in my live streams though. It happens a lot, man.
Really? What's something a troll would say in your stream? You can't really mess with somebody who's streaming, right?
No, you can. Trust me, you can. So I'm sure you've seen a live stream at some point where like
Yeah.
you can donate and the alerts will pop up on stream. I tell this every time somebody asks me this, I tell this story. This happened. I was playing Fortnite, I think. I don't play Fortnite anymore, but it was a long time ago. I had it was like a trend where you would just put TTV in your in-game name so people would know that you were a streamer. So like, oh, I killed somebody, my name pops up, it says PappyTV. Oh, I'm gonna go check out his Twitch stream, right? That was just kind of like the trend for a little bit. So I had that in my name, and I killed these kids, and they came into my stream and started like talking all the smack, and I was like, you guys are just mad, whatever, you're bad. And then they started like throwing racial slurs. So I had banned them in chat, but it didn't stop them from donating. So they would donate and like spout racial slurs in the donations, and their names when they donated would show up in like my little ticker because I have like recent donation or like, so it would say like the racial slurs on that. So I just had to. I was like, dude, you guys are the worst. Like, people on the internet.
How much were they donating to you?
It was like $2 or something, but they charged it back. So.
Oh, okay, that's stupid. I was like, joke's on you. You just gave me $20, you stupid dummy.
You freaking idiot, Dumbo.
Well, I guess that is kind of the negative side, right? You can't really totally control who just hops in and starts talking a lot of trash to you, I guess, right?
Yeah, it happens more than you would think, man. It really does.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
So how is mostly everything you do on your computer, or do you have like an Xbox that you plug into your computer and then capture it from there?
Sometimes when there's like an exclusive that I can't play on my computer, but mainly it's all on my one PC. Like I've played The Last of Us 2 was probably the most recent one. I played through that on stream. And
was that good?
Really, I thought it was phenomenal. Yeah. A lot of people, it's very mixed reviews on that game.
Really?
Yeah. Have you played through it?
I played through the first one, and actually the first one is one of my wife's favorite games, and she doesn't like very many games. It's like Last of Us and then Fortnite. Those are like her two favorite games.
Two opposite sides of the spectrum.
Right. I know, right? Exactly.
So the second one, I don't know. You've played the first one, so you probably know that Ellie is a lesbian, right?
Yep.
And so in the second one, it talks more about like the relationship with her and her girlfriend, and then there's another character who is like a very masculine woman, and her sidekick is a transgender boy, like born a woman but now a boy, but like a teenager. So it's it talks about a lot of stuff like that and the dynamics between that, and I think a lot of people had mixed reviews on it, like they were forcing an agenda or stuff like that. I don't know. I thought it was a good game though. I don't want to get too political.
Oh yeah, no, I don't blame you. Yeah, it's funny. I think just some people want to look for that political shit, and maybe they were just wanting to tell a cool story, because I don't think something like that has ever been done. I could be wrong, but
that's why I thought it was so interesting, because you don't see that a lot in video games.
Yeah, right, for sure. When you're playing these video games, do you always upload like the best of on YouTube?
I have done that before, yeah, but I try to make more searchable content on YouTube when I do it. So like,
interesting you say searchable content. Like what,
yeah.
What defines searchable content?
Well, nobody's looking up stream highlights number 12, right? On YouTube. People are looking up maybe like tips and tricks on a certain video game, or maybe like there's a new trend that people want to see. Like the most I did a on stream, I did the 1 chip challenge from Pocky.
Yep.
If you've heard about that. So I did that. I only lasted about 1 minute and 30 seconds. It was the worst thing I've ever done in my life. Don't recommend it.
Really?
I think jalapenos are spicy. Like,
really?
I have to dip my Oreos in water because milk is spicy. That kind like it's bad, man. It's bad.
That's the best line ever. Are you kidding me? I love that.
I was like spitting up, crying on stream, but like the YouTube video actually did pretty well. So stuff like that I try to do, like a tier list, or maybe like I'll react to videos or something. I try to like mix it up and make like content that not only gamers would like, but like people that maybe don't necessarily aren't in the video gaming world that would like stuff.
Right, because the one chip challenge, that's you don't need to be a video gamer to enjoy someone else's pain and suffering.
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah, interesting. How do you edit all these videos?
I use Sony Vegas to edit.
What is it?
Sony Vegas.
Sony Vegas?
Yeah.
Is it free?
No, it's not.
Oh, you had to pay for it?
Yeah, you got to pay for it. Mm-hmm.
I bought Adobe Elements, Premiere Elements.
Mm-hmm.
I might be butchering the name of it.
That's kind of like the same thing. Yeah, Adobe Premiere and Sony Vegas. They're kind of like two sides of the same coin. They're just different companies.
There's so many video editing software. There's so many out there.
There's a free version of anything. Like, I don't have Photoshop. I make my thumbnails too. I don't use Photoshop. I use something called GIMP. It's literally GIMP? Photoshop, but it's a different company and it's free. So
it's called what?
GIMP. GIMP. Just writing it down. Gonna make it.
Is that anything similar to like a simp?
You ever heard of a GIMP suit?
I was waiting for your reaction. You were like, "Oh shit! Did he say simp?" That's so funny. So, how do you like when you are editing and putting them together? Is there a plan? Is there like a plan of attack, or do you just know what you laugh at and you just try to recreate that?
I try to go into a stream already knowing that I'm going to make a YouTube video out of it.
Gotcha.
Because I used to just hit live, and if something funny happens, cool, right? But very rarely do you ever get a YouTube video out of that, or like something like something that you could record with, or I don't know what I'm saying.
Something usable, right?
Yeah, that's the word I was looking for. Usable. But now I had the idea of the one chip challenge, and so I did that on stream. I can stream and record at the same time, so I'm kind of killing two birds with one stone.
Right. Gotcha. And what's the program that you use?
I use OBS Studio.
Oh, you just use OBS?
Yeah.
You don't use Streamlabs?
I used to, but it eats up a lot of CPU.
Okay.
Streamlabs OBS does. And there's things that you can do on regular OBS that you can't do on Streamlabs OBS. Because OBS has open source code, so that you can go to a website and you can download all these plugins. Like, no matter what you want to do, there's somebody that's probably made it. Like, there's a whole bunch of audio plugins. I have a plugin that when I switch scenes, it like, instead of just transitioning to the next scene, it like, say my camera's up here, it'll move my camera down here to my gaming scene or something. Oh, so cool. It's like small stuff, but I think it makes all the difference.
Yeah, for sure. No, and that when I tried streaming video games before, but it was also I'm not very entertaining for fucking 3 hours when I'm playing a game, and two, it just was like I wasn't saving it and editing it and putting stuff out. But I also don't think I was playing very interesting games.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like, World of Warcraft is a pretty niche game.
It's a very sleepy game, man.
Yeah,
if you're not like on top of it, if you're not like just like constantly like saying something, it's hard, man, because there's not a lot much going on in that game. It's all the entertainer. It's not the game. You know what I mean? It's
either like there's nothing happening, or there's so much happening and people don't understand, like, what did he just do? What button did, and it was just people didn't want to watch that. Come on.
Yeah, but it's funny that you say that, like, oh, I'm not entertaining, or like, because like a lot of people don't understand that it's not just sitting there playing a video game. You have to be entertaining, right? You have to be a personality. You have to be somebody, like, you have to convince people to watch you playing this game instead of somebody else playing that game.
Right, right. Because if you type in YouTube, you'll find 1,000 one chip challenges, right? So it's like, why do you stand out from it? You know,
exactly.
because they're at the end of the video, you dip an Oreo into water and you just eat a soggy Oreo.
I wish. That would be so stupid.
Just a wet Oreo, dude, with no milk.
Oof, dude.
Like it was just sitting outside.
I haven't actually done that, just so you know. I want to make that very clear. Never dipped an Oreo in water.
That's so funny. That's hilarious. When you're editing, how much time do you think from start to finish do you put into it?
That's a
probably hard question, right?
Yeah, I guess it depends on the video, and it depends on how much of a recording I have. Like, if I have an hour recording, it'll probably take me at least an hour to edit it down into maybe like a 10-minute video or something.
Is there a golden rule of thumb? Like, you don't want your videos to go over 10 minutes or 15 minutes?
I don't think it applies anymore, but I know back in the day, there was like this rule with, like, they called it the adpocalypse, when YouTube was trying to figure out all this ad revenue thing and like how to pay like the people who own copyrights of certain things. You had to have it at least be 10 minutes for you to get ad revenue on the video or something. So I think it's just like instilled in people that, like, oh, your video should at least be 10 minutes long. But I think nowadays it's kind of shifting more towards shorter videos again.
Right.
So I guess it kind of just depends on what the video is. If it's entertaining all the way through, make it an hour long. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But if you don't have, yeah.
Do you have like a streamer that you either look up to or try to emulate in a sense?
I actually wrote down 4 or 5 streamers that I wanted to like emulate and try to be like. So Ludwig.
Was this when you started? Like when you first started the?
No, not when I first started. No, when I first started, dude, I was like, hey, I'm gonna be a streamer. I'm gonna hit live. You know what I mean? I didn't really have a plan. But this was fairly recently, actually. So to answer your question, Ludwig is one of my favorite streamers now. CDN the Third. I've been watching him for a couple years now. Moist Critical. He's Penguin Zero on YouTube. He's been on YouTube for a while, but he just started recently gaining traction on Twitch. Summit 1G. I've been watching a lot. Those are like the 4 that come to mind.
Do they all do different video games? Do they specialize in something, or are they all over the place?
Summit he plays shooters mostly, so he kind of sticks to that genre. Ludwig is a just chatting streamer, which sounds really weird, but I kind of like got the idea from him to like go into a stream with the idea of recording a YouTube video. I got that from him.
Interesting.
Because he does all this stuff too. Like some of his videos are like, I tried a burger from each fast food place, and he'll rank them. Or I tried every single Oreo, and he rated them. But it's not always food, but it's like silly stuff like that. That's kind of where I got the idea for the one chip challenge too.
Right. And how long have you been doing the whole video game streaming thing?
4 years now, I think.
Right. What made you want to, like, dive into that?
So before I was a streamer, I'm still a musician, but I was in bands, and I played guitar in metal bands, pop punk bands. And I always loved entertaining people and like being on the stage and like making people's day. And unfortunately, in what my last band, I got kicked out of it, and it's like probably like the worst time of my life. I was like super depressed. I had to move back home with my mom because I got kicked out of my house because I got fired from my job. It was like really bad. I was really low. Yeah, I was super depressed. And I started just like watching YouTube and watching Twitch all the time. And I noticed that one of my buddies, Seth, he goes by Sledge315, he started streaming. And I was like, well, damn, if he can do it, why can't I do it? You know what I mean? And so I started doing it one day, and here I am 4 years later.
How long was it from you seeing that to actually hitting live?
A couple weeks, maybe a month. Really? I had toyed with it in my head, and I kind of like asked him about it too. And I was like, dude, how long you been doing it? Like, what do I need to do? Like, what do I need? And so it was a mixture between that and like me being scared to start doing it. It took me a little bit, but maybe like a month.
Weird, right? When you go live, it's a whole thing, right? Like you really you got to get over the nerves and anxiousness, right?
Yeah. I don't think I was ever nervous doing it because I had the experience of being like playing music live on stage. So I wasn't too nervous. I didn't ever have really stage fright. As weird as that might sound, but I was more nervous of just like nobody watching, I guess, was like my fear, like me doing it and nobody caring.
Yeah.
Which I honestly still to this day, I'm still like trying to like get people to notice me and care because it's a super hard thing to do. It's like winning the lottery. You know what I mean?
Right. Well, if that's one thing, I would say we were late in that aspect because this podcast, I would say I average probably like maybe 30, 40 listens after I'd say after an episode's been out about 2 weeks to 3 weeks, it's like its all-time high. And sometimes I get a little down on myself where I'm like, damn, I wish I had 100 views or some shit. But
it can be demotivating, man. It really can.
Yeah. And also you got to remind yourself, you're putting out some good shit not for everybody else. I got to remind myself a lot of times that I'm doing this podcast kind of for a selfish reason, right? Like I'm doing this because I get to talk to cool people and kind of see what their passions are, what their interests are, why they do the things they do. And then I also get to connect with old friends, right? Like we played Frisbee how fucking long ago? So long ago.
Oh, dude, high school. 10 years ago, almost 11.
So this is a great way for me to be like, holy crap, I haven't talked to Chris in forever. Let's see what's going on with his live stream and let's see why he kind of wanted to dive into it. So really I do this podcast in kind of a selfish reason. I'm not afraid to admit that, but it is a constant battle to remind yourself that you're not doing it for everybody else. You're doing it for Chris, right?
Yeah, I'm doing it for me because I like doing it and it's fun. And right now it's a hobby. Someday I would love to make money and do this full time, but we're not there yet. Yeah. But until then, I got to love doing it. Right? Yeah.
Make it a source of income. And earlier it was funny because you said, you thought it was just like hit live and here we go, baby. But there's a lot more that goes into getting to that professional level. And what are some of those things that go into like getting sponsored, getting a certain amount of donations? Like what are the kind of things that you're trying to get to the next level?
I've done the math in my head, and I think if it was only like subscriptions on Twitch, you pay $5 for people who don't know. You pay $5. If you're an affiliate, you get half of that. So I get $2.50 for every subscription to my channel. So I did the math in my head, and I think if it was only that, I would need 600 subs to equal like a full-time job at minimum wage.
Okay.
Which is a lot. Like right now, I have 60 subs on Twitch.
Yeah, 60 subs?
60, yeah.
Dude, you
Which
come up into this podcast, start waving your dick around here.
Oh, okay. Listen, it's impressive for the size that I am, but in retrospect, it's really not.
Well, you can't compare yourself to other people who've been doing this professionally. Dude, you're doing it for, you said what, 15 hours a week, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
The dudes that have like 1,000, 2,000, 5,000 subscribers, those guys literally do it as a full-time job.
True. Yeah.
There's
all they do is stream.
What is that?
All they do is stream.
Right, exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like there's one guy that plays World of Warcraft. His name is Towley, and he streams like literally 9 to 5, Monday through whatever. Like that's just his full-time job.
Yeah.
You know, and you can't, when you are just doing it, you can't. It's hard to compare yourself to something like that, especially when he's been doing it for, Jesus, man, I don't know, for so long now. So it's hard to not compare yourself to them, I guess. That sounds right.
It's cool. A lot of these people that have like thousands of subs, they've been doing it since before people wanted to do it.
Right.
So I think they have the advantage in that they've put in the time and the effort when nobody else would. Like back before it was Twitch, it was Justin TV. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I'm pretty sure Towley was on Justin TV along with like most of the other people, like Soda Poppin'. He was on Justin TV. Yeah,
dude, Soda Poppin', baby.
I love Soda. I love his streams. I don't even like World of Warcraft, but I like watching him. Dude,
there's some people that I watch and I can't watch. Like I gotta turn it. I gotta
really like.
Oh yeah. Who's the one? He's a big World of Warcraft streamer. Oh, Asmongold.
Asmongold. He's gross.
I can't watch his streams.
He's a gross human being, but he's funny. He's funny, man. Dude, there was a clip. Oh my god, it was a year ago. He is the most disgusting human being. He took his webcam and he showed people his desk, and there's like week old Wendy's, week old Burger King, like soda still in the cup, growing mold, man.
No,
he's gross, but funny. You gotta love it.
But we can't say shit because he makes 6 figures playing World of Warcraft for his whole life.
Dude, he's a millionaire.
Yeah,
he easily makes at least $1 million a year.
Yeah, for sure. And I don't understand it, but dude, if that's how you're making your cash money, baby, that's how you got to do it.
Hey,
son.
Keep doing what you're doing. Don't fix it if it ain't broke, you know?
That's right, dude. So with the streaming being your side hustle, what's your full-time hustle?
Well, I'm in the restaurant business. I'm a server. But right now I'm unemployed because of the whole COVID thing.
Right. Right.
I did work at
cash money streaming.
Yeah. That's my I mean, don't tell anybody, but I'm getting unemployment too. the government's giving me money, but that's my main hustle right now until things die down and I can get back into it.
And back into serving and all that jazz.
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha. Is there any video games you're looking forward to in the future? Anything coming up you're pumped for?
The new Pokemon game. Ooh.
New Pokemon game. You're a Pokemon player, aren't you?
I have dabbled in Pokemon. I used to do Nuzlocke challenges, which there's like 4 main rules to a Nuzlocke challenge. Basically is
that your video, Youngster Mikey is the real Pokemon?
Yeah.
Are you following those rules right there?
Yeah, those rules.
All right, what's the Nuzlocke rules?
If you have to nickname every single Pokemon. If a Pokemon dies, you have to release it. It's gone forever.
No.
You can only catch the first Pokemon you see in each route. So in Route 1, if you see a Rattata, you got to catch it. If you fail to catch it, you just don't get a Pokemon.
What? That's so hard.
Yeah, it's really hard.
You're never going to fill your roster that way.
Well, you just got to make sure you catch it, right?
Oh, no.
Just don't die. Just be good, don't die, and beat the Elite Four. Easy, right?
Dude, I would uninstall that game so quick. I'd get so mad.
Yeah, I got really mad, dude. I have slammed multiple desks multiple mouse, multiple keyboards trying to do it. I gave up, dude. It was so hard.
Dude, those rules are ridiculous. What is the purpose of naming each Pokemon?
It's so you form more of a connection with it, and it feels bad when you have to let it go.
Oh no!
So not only is it really hard.
Pikachu's name like Tony. See you, Tony.
Yeah. Bye, no. Tony.
No, here's my rule for a Pokemon is whenever I play Pokemon, if I catch a Pikachu, I name it Spooches. I don't know why. Every time I catch a Pikachu, it's named Spooches.
Dude, he's got you in the back of your mind, man.
That's it, dude, because I can't release Spooches into the wild, dude.
Nah, man. It's too much of a bond between you two.
Right, exactly. Dude, that's funny. What if what do you think the videos that you made, what are you this is a two-part question, the most proud of, like you were pumped to put out, in B, to what got the most views, what got the most friction behind it?
Well, the one that has the most views, there's a real answer and a fake answer. The fake answer is I made a channel trailer and I boosted it with Google Ads, and that has like 5,000 views. But those are fake views.
They still count though.
They count.
Yeah.
And then the real answer is I used to play Escape from Tarkov a lot, and I made a couple of Tarkov tip videos. And there was one, I think it was called How to Make Money as a Rat. And that has...
I've heard people talk about that game before. What is it?
It's a realistic military shooter sim is the best way to describe it. It's very punishing. You have to eat, drink. If you die, you lose all of your gear.
It sounds like DayZ.
I've never played DayZ, so I can't tell you anything about that.
Be lucky you didn't play DayZ. That game, the only game that's been in beta for 12 years.
Is it still in beta?
I have no idea. It was in beta when I was in freaking high school, dude.
Oh my god, man. There's no way.
It would not surprise me if that was still in beta.
It's okay. Tarkov's been out for like 5 years and it's still in beta. So
really? That drives me wild when games do that. I thought beta was supposed to be like, hey, we're getting ready for launch. Here's a 6 months. Here's a year of the beta that you can try. But
it's like, just come out with the game. You know what I mean?
Just release it.
Just get the let out. Yeah, please,
dude. I saw on Facebook you're playing Dungeons and Dragons.
Okay. I'm trying to play Dungeons and Dragons.
Let's talk Dungeons and Dragons now.
Please, I would love to. It's all I think about right now. It's so crazy.
The thought of you playing Dungeons and Dragons kind of gets me pumped because I think you'd be perfect for it. But not as a DM. I don't mean to use this as a bash.
Yeah.
But I think you'd be a great player too.
I think I would be really good at role playing.
Yes, that's what I'm saying, dude.
I know, but I hate that I have to DM.
Dude, don't hate it. Embrace it, because it's a lot of fun, right? So first of all, what made you want to do Dungeons and Dragons?
I've always teased with it in the back of my mind. I've done it a couple times. Like when I was back in the band still, I convinced my bandmates to try it out, and I DM'd one time for them.
But was it like real rules, or was it just like rules you guys kind of made up?
It was, we used the starter kit. What was it? The Mine of Phandalin. We did that adventure, and I kind of, yeah. Sorry, Phandalin's the town, but
don't never mess that up again, Chris.
Dude, sorry I got my lore wrong, man. But I tried that, and I DM'd one time. We did one session, and they kind of didn't like it, so we just didn't do it again. Yeah. And then I bought, maybe like a year ago, I bought the Essentials kit, and me and my fiance played it because you can DM, and then it has like pre-made NPC cards that the DM can control for the player.
Yeah.
So it's not just
the two of you.
Yeah, it was me, her, and then she had an unplayable character in her party, and she loved it, man. I was so surprised that she was like role playing her character, and like she made a human rogue that was like kind of kind of a jerk, right? So there's one quest in the beginning where you have to, have you played the Dragon of Ice Spire Peak?
Yeah, we Spooches and I just finished it with
so one of the first quests is you have to fight a manticore. You have to save the midwife or whatever.
Tell me what you guys did with it.
She ended up talking to the manticore and convincing it to go she helped it find deer in the forest. Well, at first she tried to convince her party member to be eaten by the manticore. And I was like, I mean, roll a persuasion check, I guess. Go for it. I made it like in my head. I'm like, okay, get a 25 and it'll happen, right? But it didn't. I made it almost impossible. And then she convinced the manticore to go find a deer in the forest instead of eating the midwife.
That's amazing. So in our campaign, I'm a paladin, dwarf paladin. Spooches is a human mage wizard, and when we ran into the manticore, it was injured, so I casted lay of hands on it, healed it, and then it flew away, right?
Dude, oh, nice.
Then when we fought Cryovane, right, who's like the final boss in that campaign, he's like the ice dragon.
Okay.
The manticore came to help us fight. It was like the most epic thing ever, dude. That's what I'm saying.
That's crazy how the DM can see that in the beginning and connect it and make it come full circle. Because that's not in the adventure.
Nope.
That's all the DM.
Yeah, 100%. And that's props to Dennis because he's a great DM. And I love the fact that so everybody, like, you start with the Pack of Fendelver, right? Like, you start with that one if you get the starter kit. And everybody has different stories. Everybody has different outcomes to how it goes. And it's so awesome. I love how everybody's story is so much different. No two stories are the same.
So how have you been playing D&D for a while?
No, so we actually, Dennis texted Mike and I and asked if we wanted to play on Roll20 because this was during I don't know. I think we started playing in like summer. Was it middle of summer?
So almost a year.
Yeah, I would say that's about right. And he was like, I really want to DM another session. I'm not doing anything. Do you guys want to learn how to play? And Mike and I played a long time ago, but it was one of those things where we were kind of making up our rules when we were playing. And then the group just kind of piddled out after, three consecutive weeks. And this was the first time that we like actually learned the rules, actually learned how to play. And Dennis will blush when I say this, but he's as a professional as a DM that you can freaking get. Like that dude's got some hours DMing. So it was cool to learn, and it's really fun to play because I'm playing with Mike. Like, how could you not? You play with your best friends, amazing. Like you're playing with your girlfriend. It's going to be fun no matter what.
For sure.
That's so cool. So what are you? What are some things you are worried about for DMing?
It's like the small things I'm trying to figure out. Like, I'm learning like, they have to eat food or they get exhausted, or like, how do I want to? Yeah, I'm probably just not going to worry about it because it's their first time playing. It's my first time DMing, so it's like, whatever. It's not that big of a deal.
How many people are in this one?
It's going to be 3. It's my fiance, her sister, and her girlfriend.
Nice.
But I'm kind of scared because I feel like her sister and her girlfriend aren't going to like it because they don't seem like the imaginative type.
Gotcha.
But my fiance convinced them for my birthday to do it anyway. Nice. So we're going to try it out. See, I'm guaranteeing they're probably not going to like it, but at least we'll know. You know what I mean?
Right. And then, I mean, worst comes to worst, you continue the story with just your fiance then.
Yeah. Worst case scenario, we'll just do that.
Streams or podcasts with Dungeons & Dragons?
I've been watching Critical Role.
Yeah, that is like as professional as it can get.
Right. I feel a lot of things that I've seen is like, it's like the Critical Role syndrome where, because Matt Mercer is such a good DM, everybody thinks that's how you have to DM.
Yep.
But I'm starting to learn that like every DM is different. So
Yeah.
I guess I'll see what kind of DM I am when I play.
Dude, every DM is different, and also, especially when you're just learning, you got to think Matt Mercer's got his like tens of thousands of hours of gameplay in DMing, right? You're just starting, maybe have like 3 hours, right? You said you DM'd like for your
Yeah, 3
hours.
hours if that. Yeah.
Yeah, right. So that's like leaps and bounds. Just some people get wrapped up in having it be as good as Critical Role, and then it doesn't seem as cool because not everybody can do 20 character voices perfectly.
Yeah.
Play a character perfectly, but it's more about Dungeons and Dragons to me is more about being consistent, just like finding time to play with your friends every week, whether it be an hour, 2 hours, and then you just progress the story forward, and everybody gets better. The more you play, the better you get at it.
Yeah, for sure. I'm excited to play it.
That's cool. So, what are they all playing? Do they know yet?
We haven't gotten that far.
Yeah.
Hannah, my fiance, is probably going to play a human rogue because that's what she played last time.
Right.
But I haven't really talked to the other two about it. I want to have a session 0.
Yep.
Like you guys had mentioned earlier on Facebook.
Yeah.
Just to like help them with their player sheet because they're not going to know what's going on. It's so confusing if you've never seen it.
Yep. Yeah, you could talk about the character sheets. You could talk about how long is like a perfect time session for them. So you as a DM kind of know like, ooh, after 2 hours, I got to get this thing wrapped up for the night. You know what I mean? Or what else did we talk about in our session 0? Like what kind of things we're looking forward to the most? Like, do we want to role play more, or do you want combat more? Do you want dungeon? Do you want a lot of puzzles? Do you want a deeper story? Like that was kind of all the things that Dennis was talking to us when we were playing.
Cool. Good to know.
It's interesting, and the beautiful thing is you live in a world of information, so you can literally type in session 0 and there's 100 videos that pop up that show you how to structure it and how to get things moving for you.
Oh yeah, dude. Oh, I'm gonna be the best DM in the world. That's all there is. Like
that's what I want to hear. Are you guys doing it in person?
Yeah, we're in person. They live in the same apartment complex, so they just walk over.
Oh, so even better then.
Yeah.
I feel like in person's cooler too. We're restricted to just doing online right now, but we played once in person and it was awesome. It was cool. It was really it was nice because it was more grandiose. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like when it's on the computer, it's just kind of, it's still great. Don't get me wrong, but it's definitely feels different when you get to see somebody act out their character more rather than just a tiny screen of their head.
Yeah. Dude, I've been preparing like crazy. I bought the 3 books, the Player's Guide, the Monster Manual, and the Dungeon Master Guide. I bought a battle mat. I'm working on trying to figure out cheap miniatures. I think what I'm going to do is I saw on Reddit that some guy bought these binder clips and just put a piece of paper on the binder clip, and then that's your miniature.
Yep. That's good.
So I'm probably going to do that.
I saw on Reddit too, somebody, if you got a bunch of, this might hurt some people's feelings, but Magic the Gathering, if you take your old Magic the Gathering cards, you can punch out like 1.5 inches. You could buy like 1.5 inch hole punch those out, and you'll have a bunch of tokens with cool artwork on them that you can say like, because Magic the Gathering has such amazing artwork on all their cards. But if you're not playing Magic anymore, why not just make some use of it?
True. That's a good idea.
All you need is 1.5 inch hole punch and 1.5 inches. Like a guy leveled it up by just putting like little 1.5 inch wooden dowels, like circle tokens things, and he put wood glue on it. Put the magic card and the circular dowel together, so it sealed it. So you had like a makeshift pog. You remember pogs?
Yeah.
You had pretty much that. So that's another way that you could do it.
See, that's the cool thing about D&D is that you can do whatever you want, and it works.
Yeah. Right.
Honestly.
Yeah. And it's all about, like, you could do that Magic the Gathering thing for Dungeons & Dragons you can get a box of 1,000 random Magic the Gathering cards for like $20, 1.5 inch hole punch for $10,
Mm-hmm.
and a pack of 100 wooden 1.5-inch dowels for, geez, maybe $10. So all
Dirt
in
cheap.
all,
Yeah.
less than $50. You'll have like literally 1,000 tokens that you guys could use to play. But and all the cost is that and your time invested to make them.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what I'm probably gonna do with mine. I got a whole bunch of Magic the Gathering cards sitting around in my house.
Dude, I respect that idea. You should.
But
definitely
we don't
do it.
play in person, so there's no urge. There's no sense of urgency for me to do it.
Yeah, you got all the time in the world. It's gonna be a while before like in-person things are more normalized again.
Gonna be a hot minute.
Mm-hmm.
So how much longer until you take the Dungeons and Dragons and stream it onto Twitch?
Dude, I don't know, because I don't know how to do like the whole. Let me figure out how to DM first. Let me figure out how to play the game, and then I'll figure out how to stream it. You know what I mean?
Dude, if you stream it or you turn it into even a podcast would be cool too.
That would be cool. D&D podcast.
Pappy's Dungeons and Dragons.
Ooh. I'd have to come up. I gotta come up with some weird pun because everybody has a pun in their name now, like Critical Role or like I've seen Experience to Level 3.
There you go.
There's
a lot of names out there that makes me wish I thought of them first.
Dude, everything's been fucking thought of. It sucks.
Yeah, I know. It's all
right. Am I supposed to swear? Oh my god.
What's that?
Am I allowed to swear?
Oh yeah, totally.
Oh, okay. I let it slip, dude. I swear like a sailor sometimes. I don't even know.
That's so weird. Is that why you had that vein in your forehead like popping this whole time? You've just been waiting to drop it.
It's been please.
Oh, let me say fuck. Dude, I appreciate you doing this. This has been a lot of fun.
I have had a blast, yeah.
This is cool. I haven't had a chance to talk to you in a hot minute, so it's good reconnecting with you a little bit. So if people want to find you, YouTube, Twitch, all that gate stuff. Great stuff?
Great gate stuff?
Gate stuff? All that great stuff. Where can they find you?
YouTube, PappyTV, Twitch, PappyTV, Instagram and Twitter, Pappy_TV. If you search PappyTV, I'm there. I have a TikTok that I don't use.
Oh,
but
really?
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
but
so
I would say my main things are probably Twitter, YouTube, and Twitch.
All right, perfect. And then don't confuse it with Pappyland, right?
Yeah, you better not. Or else.
Do me a favor. When this ends, just shoot me a link of all your information. I'll put it in the show description. Anybody listening right now, go in the bottom. You can click and find Pappy various different ways. Dude, I appreciate you.
I appreciate you. Please, I would love to.
Please tell me again when you do Dungeons and Dragons. Like, shoot me a message because I want to know how your session goes.
I will let you know. It's going to be towards the end of the month. My birthday is at the end of the month. We're probably going to do it then.
When's your birthday?
March 25th.
Sick, bro. Dude,
I know.
And I'm going to be pumped to listen all about it.
Okay, perfect. I will do that.
Dude, I appreciate you.
Hey, thanks for having me, man.
Peace, Pappy.
See ya.